He cheated on his wife, and what happened next will shock you. Guys, you won't believe this one. Let's find out together. And hey, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our latest movies. The movie kicks off with a happy family moment. Chioma, the loving mother, and her daughter Amanda throw a surprise birthday party for Innocent, the husband and father. Everyone is smiling. Everyone is happy. That morning, before Innocent left for work, Chioma reminded him about their dinner plans. He promised to be on time, but that promise didn't last long. After work, Innocent called his side chick, Sonia, telling her he was on the way to her place. They spent the evening together, while Chioma and Amanda waited patiently at home. But Innocent never showed up. Past 1 a.m., Innocent suddenly remembered his promise to his daughter. He rushed home, leaving Sonia behind. When he arrived, he apologized to Chioma for being late, but she stayed silent. The next morning, Innocent made breakfast, hoping to fix things. Chioma joined him at the table, but still said nothing. Later that day, Innocent tried again to make it up to her. Chioma told him, "Just be there for your daughter." She refused his help with anything else. That evening, Innocent met his friends Tunde and Obinna at the bar. They laughed, they drank, they noticed a heavy lady in the room. As Tunde went to talk to her, Sonia showed up and joined them. When Innocent got home, he brought a gift for Chioma. This time, he admitted he was wrong and promised to always be there. Chioma finally opened up, telling him how much it hurt Amanda when she set the table and he never came. They reconciled. At least for now. The next day, Chioma met her friend Bucky. Chioma advised her to take her marital intimacy seriously. Bucky laughed it off, saying her husband Tunde wouldn't tolerate what Chioma was doing. He'd throw her out in a week. The conversation shifted to their children's end-of-year party. That night, Chioma gave Innocent their daughter's school bill. He was shocked at the cost, but sent her $5 million. She then tried to convince him to talk to Tunde about his reckless lifestyle. But Innocent avoided the subject, maybe because guilty men don't warn other guilty men. Meanwhile, Sonia had just bought the exact same wig Chioma owns. Her friend Jenny wondered why Sonia was stalking the wife of her sugar daddy. Bucky revealed her plan to get pregnant for Innocent so he would marry her and Chioma would be out. One early morning, after prayers, Chioma woke Innocent about a missed call from the mechanic. He lied, saying it was about the company car. But in the car later, Innocent called Sonia, angry that she almost exposed him. He warned her never to pull a stunt like that again and promised to send her money for a checkup. That evening, Innocent and his friends joked about women. They warned Tunde about diseases, but he didn't care. Later, Sonia gave Innocent her medical test results, malaria and thyroid issues. She wanted a baby, but Innocent told her the only woman allowed to carry his child was his wife. Sonia felt unloved, but Innocent explained it was for everyone's safety. The next day, Innocent told Chioma that a university friend had died. He'd be gone until Monday for the funeral. Chioma mentioned her friend would visit during that time. Innocent sent her $3 million before leaving. Later, Bucky told Chioma she was sure her husband would cheat on the trip, just like all men, she claimed. She even revealed one of Tunde's side chicks had threatened her. Chioma made it clear she would never tolerate such disrespect. That night, Sonia told Innocent to warn his friend Tunde about constantly changing women. She didn't want Innocent to be influenced by him. She made it clear, if she ever caught any woman flirting with Innocent, she would embarrass him and his friends right there. Innocent assured her that he would never be like Tunde, that his focus would only be on his wife and on her. Moments later, Sonia noticed a message pop up on Innocent's phone. She went to check it, but Innocent caught her red-handed. He warned her sternly never to go through his phone again. Sonia quickly apologized. Weeks later, Sonia told her friend Jenny about what happened, how Innocent reacted when she tried to check his phone out of curiosity. She also complained that it had been a while since he checked on her. Jenny advised her to move on, end things, and find a single guy. Sonia mocked Jenny about her broke boyfriend, but later apologized. Still, because of her feelings for Innocent, she wasn't willing to let go. One early morning, Chioma asked her husband if she should answer a call from the mechanic. But Innocent rushed out of the room like his kidney was about to be stolen. Chioma was shocked, but chose not to read too much into his reaction. That morning, Innocent went straight to Sonia. He confronted her about what she had done, clearly angry. She apologized, and they made up. One morning, Chioma happily told her husband about the award their daughter Amanda had won. She was the best in her school. She also reminded him that he'd be giving a speech at the ceremony. Innocent was so proud and promised to deliver a great speech. That day at the bar, Innocent told his friends about his daughter's achievement. Somehow, the conversation shifted to why side chicks are better because of how cooperative they are. They all laughed and enjoyed themselves until their side chicks walked in, making the moment even livelier. The night before Amanda's award ceremony, she was practicing her presentation in the kitchen. Her mother complimented her skills. Amanda asked if her father would be there, and Chioma assured her, "Your father will abandon everything just to be there tomorrow." That night, Innocent was heading out for drinks with his friends. He promised his wife he'd be home early and ready for the presentation the next morning. At the bar, Innocent, his friends, and their side chicks enjoyed the night. Meanwhile, Chioma called him several times, but he ignored her calls. By 4 a.m., Innocent told Sonia he was exhausted and needed to be home for Amanda's 9 a.m. presentation. But Sonia persuaded him to sleep over, promising to wake him up in time. The next morning, Amanda was already disappointed when she saw her father wasn't home. Her mother encouraged her, and together they went to the school ceremony. By 2 p.m., Innocent finally woke up, furious at Sonia for not waking him as promised. He rushed home, only to find his wife and daughter deeply disappointed. They didn't listen to his apology and simply walked away. That evening at the bar, Innocent told his friends about the tension at home. When Tunde arrived, they all justified his actions, advising him to put his wife in order because as long as he was providing for the family, that should be enough. They consoled him as Tunde shared one of his own bad experiences with a woman he had an affair with. Guys, if you were Chioma, would you forgive and move on? Is providing for the family enough reason to miss your child's big day? Share your thoughts as we see what happens next. Days later, Innocent was with Sonia. He told her his wife still hadn't spoken to him since that day, completely forgetting all he was doing for the family. Sonia told him that Chioma didn't know what she had, and that's why she didn't value it. She assured him that providing for the home was already a big deal and made him feel like he was in the right. Then she promised to make him forget about everything. One day, Innocent asked his wife how long she planned to keep up her cold attitude. "As long as I'm comfortable," Chioma replied sharply. Innocent tried to explain that what she was doing wasn't enough for him. But Chioma made it clear. She acknowledged that he always provided for the family, but missing the one special moment in their child's life was not justifiable. She told him he might be trying, but he was unwilling to change. Then she walked away. Later, Chioma told her friend Bucky about her husband's attempt to justify his actions. She wasn't buying it. Bucky shared her own story, how she confronted her husband after he gave her gonorrhea, and now she was staying away from him for good. She also told Chioma about a girlfriend that Tunde claimed Innocent had been hiding for 3 years. Hearing this, Chioma began to reflect on her husband's past behavior and was left speechless. Meanwhile, Sonia was telling her friend how excited she was. She believed she would soon take over Chioma's place and live happily with Innocent. In her mind, she understood Innocent more than Chioma ever did. She was confident she would soon be the new Mrs. in the house. But will this really happen? And if Innocent marries Sonia, will he stay faithful? Let's find out. One early morning, Chioma noticed a call from the mechanic. She picked up, only to hear Sonia's voice talking about her pregnancy. Chioma shouted in shock. That same morning, Innocent rushed to see Sonia and confronted her. He reminded her that he had warned her many times not to cross the line. But she didn't listen. Sonia began emotionally blackmailing him, asking, "So, what are we going to do now?" When Innocent got home, he saw how deeply hurt his wife was. The tension was heavy. Guys, what would you advise at this point? Later at the bar, Innocent told his friends what had happened. They advised him to ask Sonia what she really wanted. If she wanted to keep the child, he should take responsibility, but leave marriage out of the picture. They told him to be a man and not let anyone walk over him. That day, Innocent asked Sonia what she wanted. She said she wanted to keep the baby. Innocent told her he would take full responsibility. She appreciated his decision. But later that same day, Innocent went to his wife and told her he was going to marry Sonia. Chioma had flashbacks, how her husband never showed remorse, how he kept pointing fingers and justifying himself. She walked away. She told him she had given him her all, yet he treated her this way. Innocent replied that nothing had to change. She left the conversation cold. One early morning, as Innocent prepared to leave, Sonia stopped him. She made love to him before he left. When he returned the next day, the house was empty. All he found was a letter from Chioma. In it, she wrote that the piece she had been looking for could not be found with him. She was going somewhere she could find it, and she told him not to come looking for her. She pleaded for him to stay away. That evening, Innocent told his friends about the letter. Their reactions weren't very comforting. Still, Innocent said he would wait because his daughter would eventually reach out. Tunde and Obinna continued enjoying themselves while Innocent kept thinking. Months later, Innocent finally married Sonia and brought her into his home. Sonia was overjoyed. She removed the pictures of Chioma and Amanda from the house. That night, she went to the bedroom feeling like a queen who had finally won the victory. Months later, Innocent finished speaking to his daughter on the phone. He told Sonia he was going out with the guys to watch a football match and would be back late. Before leaving, he reminded her about what the doctor had said regarding the baby she was carrying. Sonia decided to stay home and wait for him. That evening, right at the bar, Innocent brought in another lady and began getting intimate with her. Meanwhile, Sonia waited and waited at home. She called and sent messages, but Innocent never responded. When he finally came back that night, Sonia started nagging, telling him he needed to be more responsible. Innocent tried to calm her down, warning that too much nagging could affect her health. Then he simply walked out on her. Like the saying goes, a lizard in Africa will never become an alligator in America. One day, Sonia told her friend about the sudden change in Innocent's behavior, something she could hardly believe. Jenny reminded her about Chioma, saying Sonia was the reason that marriage fell apart. Sonia disagreed, insisting the marriage was already broken before she came along. She swore that if she ever caught another woman with her man, she would not take it lightly, and she would never let go of Innocent because she loved him and was carrying his child. She even mocked Jenny as their conversation went on. One night, just before going to bed, Sonia decided to check a message that popped up on her husband's phone, only to discover that he was cheating with another woman. She confronted him, shouting in anger, but Innocent showed no remorse and walked away. Moments later, Sonia called the other woman to warn her to stay away from Innocent. She hurled insults, but the woman on the other end of the line wasn't sorry at all. Instead, she said something that cut Sonia deeply before ending the call. The next morning, Sonia began nagging again about Innocent not sleeping at home the previous night. This time, Innocent made it clear, if she kept disturbing his peace, he would throw her out, pregnant or not, and cancel the marriage altogether. Then he left. Sonia felt humiliated and foolish. Later at the bar, while Innocent and his friends were enjoying themselves, Tunde complained about feeling unwell. His friends advised him to get a proper checkup, but he just laughed it off. On another day, Sonia decided to make peace. She prepared a wonderful lunch and apologized to Innocent for everything. He was pleasantly surprised and told her, "This is the Sonia I know." She raised her glass to make a toast. But just as he was about to drink, his daughter called. He set the glass down and stepped away to answer the phone. When he returned, Sonia was on the floor, helpless. He rushed her to the hospital. There, Innocent discovered the truth. Sonia had poisoned the wine, intending to kill them both. He was furious, telling her that if she had succeeded, his daughter would have been left fatherless, all because of her jealousy. He warned her never to come near him again, threatening to end things permanently if she did. The pregnancy was lost, but doctors managed to save Sonia's life. That was a close one. Meanwhile, Chioma was with her friend Bucky, telling her how peaceful life was now that her daughter was staying with her grandmother. Bucky shared shocking news. Her husband had tested HIV positive. The doctor had asked him to write down all the women he had been with so they could get tested. Bucky was relieved she had left him 6 months earlier. Chioma then mentioned that Innocent had been trying to reach her and even visiting her parents' home, claiming to be a changed man. But she wasn't interested. She just wanted her peace of mind. Bucky encouraged her to at least meet him, reminding her that she couldn't hide the pregnancy forever. One day, Innocent started a podcast to share his mistakes and lessons. He admitted losing the best woman he ever had and encouraged other men to remain faithful to their wives. He used the platform to apologize publicly to Chioma, asking for a second chance. Chioma saw the post and began following his episodes. Days later, Innocent continued recording his marriage podcast, and on one fateful day, Chioma sent him a message with a location, asking him to come. Overjoyed, he celebrated. The next day, Innocent went to meet his family. His daughter was thrilled to see him. Then he noticed Chioma was pregnant with his child. Surprised and emotional, he went down on his knees, weeping, apologizing, and promising to stand by her forever. She forgave him, and they continued their life together as one big happy family. So guys, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more of our latest movies.